guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a tutorial that is focused on long wearing and transfer proof makeup. I thought this would be really helpful and I hope some of you guys find this helpful. It's kind of the day and age that we're living in. A lot of us are wearing masks whether we choose to wear it or it's a necessity. It's just really important that we're staying safe and that we're keeping others safe as well. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. Also subscribe to this channel if you haven't already as well. And let's get on with the video if you are interested in how to keep your makeup on underneath your mask. So just like any makeup look, you really want to start off with a cleansed and moisturized skin, just so that it's free of anything on your face and you can just start fresh. I'm actually going to be using two primers today. I'm using the Milk Makeup Hydrogrip primer. This one is great for dry skin, so if you find that your makeup still comes off but you still have dry skin, this is a great primer for you because it has that kind of grip quality where it keeps makeup on, but it's actually quite hydrating feeling at the same time, which is really good. I'm using a mixture of two primers today because I do have combination skin and I find that I do push more to the oily side, so I'm actually using this one from Shiseido, and this one is more of a matte primer, and this one I'm kind of focusing more so around my mouth area because that is of course where the mask is going to go. But if you are just doing this makeup look normally and you don't need to wear a mask or whatever, then you could just apply this on any oily areas. I don't know if you can see, but I'm kind of patting this into the skin just to make sure that it's really pressed in, and I'm really focusing this around the nose area or any areas that I know is going to rub or that will have more friction over it. The next step is going to be foundation application. Now, this may seem pretty straightforward, but there's a lot of things that you can do within applying your foundation that really prevents it from transferring and allows it to last longer as well. I'm actually going to be using a setting spray and a beauty sponge, and both of these combined with a really nice long-lasting foundation really helps. I personally really like to apply foundation in sections over the face. This can definitely seem a little bit tedious, I guess, if you're in a rush, but if you're using a drying foundation and you feel like you want to make it perfect, working in sections really helps. If you are in a rush in the morning or something like that, then just work really quickly to make sure that the foundation looks smooth and none of it is drying on your face. What you actually want to do is kind of spray it in between each section as you're blending it. So not only are you applying a setting spray to finish off your makeup, but you're actually applying it during the process to make it kind of blend in with the foundation, and it just really helps to make it set and last a lot longer as well. Now, this is the point that you want to maybe go over and apply a little bit more foundation or concealer in the areas that you feel like you need a little bit of extra coverage. I did it with a little bit of foundation, but you can also use concealer too. I'm using the Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer, which I also use the foundation today, by the way, because I just feel like it lasts the longest on me. So I'm applying that with my beauty sponge as well, and just making sure that it's all blended in. Another trick to prevent your makeup from being able to transfer is to basically take one ply from a tissue and basically blot your face. You want to really just very gently tap your face. Now, I'm doing this before even powdering, and that's because you really want to like pull out the moisture from whatever is left on your foundation. Now, this works well for me. You can do this also after you've powdered as well if you feel better doing so, but I'm actually going to do this twice in this tutorial to really make sure that it's transfer proof. So definitely experiment around with this and do whatever feels right for you. For my under eye concealer as well, I've just gone for something brightening and something that's also long lasting, just because, I don't know, depending on what mask that you're wearing, it may come up kind of high where you would normally apply your concealer, so just bear that in mind as well. Next, I'm going to be setting my face. Now, this is something that's just super important no matter what skin type that you have. If you want your makeup to last longer, I would definitely recommend at least setting it with a powder. For the more oilier skin types or types where you just feel like your makeup doesn't really stay on, especially if you feel like it's going to transfer, I would definitely recommend baking on these areas as well. It's something to play around with depending on your skin type, but for me, I feel like I can't leave the powder on there for too long without it looking really cakey. So I kind of leave it on there for a couple of minutes and then dust it off, and that just really helps me to have my makeup last a lot longer. So once your base is pretty much set, for now, you just want to carry on with the rest of your makeup, especially for keeping something long lasting for mask wearing. I would honestly just say do whatever, because if you've got a really good solid base, everything should work. I would just recommend sticking to powder products, just because creams tend to heat up unless they are types of creams that dry into place. They're really good actually, and I would recommend using them. But for the most part, face kind of creams don't dry down that much, so I would definitely recommend sticking to powders and just keeping it more of a matte finish for this type of look, just because you want to make sure that it's more long lasting. And if you want a glow, go for a powder highlight rather than going for like a cream or something that's actually at risk of transferring. Okay guys, so moving on to lip products, I would definitely recommend using a long wearing lip pencil. Now these are a little bit different to regular lip pencils. They kind of start off as a creamy formula and they dry, almost like a liquid lipstick. So this one is from MAC and I really love this. And although it's not the type of color I like, using it as a base before I apply my actual lip pencil is super helpful. I also want to make sure that I'm applying a liquid lipstick and keeping it matte, because if it's a gloss, it's just going to transfer against the mask, and then when you take your mask off, it's just gonna all have come off. So go for something that dries, and make sure that you don't apply too much of it, and make sure that you're kind of like patting it into place so that you're not going overboard and so that it goes crusty. Less is definitely more in this scenario. And finally, to finish everything off, you just want to blot one more time, because it's likely that some of your natural oils would have come through at this point, which is completely normal. And then you want to just finally lock it all in by applying some setting spray. I'm using the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray, which is my favorite, and that is the finished look, guys. It's really effective, and I hope that you guys find it helpful. Make sure that you guys are being safe. Be careful with the types of masks that you're wearing as well. Like, some of them are too restrictive, so make sure that you guys are allowing yourself like room to breathe as well. At the same time, you want to make sure that you're actually able to breathe in oxygen, but that you're keeping other people safe as well at the same time. I love you guys so much. Please stay safe, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys.